Hello students, today we will study Civics chapter 8 Rural Livelihood. In this chapter we will learn about different ways in which people earn money in a village, types of farmers, landless laborers, middle farmers and large farmers. Students, in the previous chapters, we have discussed about rural administration and urban local government. But now in this chapter, we are going to talk about only the livelihood which can be done in the villages. Life in a city is much different than the life in a village. Before we have already discussed about the primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. Secondary and tertiary sectors are seen in the urban areas, but in the rural areas, in the villages, agriculture is the main source of livelihood for the people. Besides agriculture, people are also engaged in non-farm occupations like pottery making, fishing, dairy farming, weaving, etc. As agriculture is the main occupation practiced in a village, so most of the people in a village are farmers. So there are three types of farmers found in a village are landless laborers, small farmers and large farmers. Landless laborers are the farmer students, those who don't have their own land or they have a very small plot of land. So these landless laborers earn their living by working on the fields of other people. They have to work for long hours on the others' fields and in return they are getting a very small amount of money as their daily wage. And they get this work for seasonal time, means in the months of sowing and harvesting, and about the rest of the months in the year they are remain either jobless or engage in small non-farm activities like carpentry, mining, fishing, working on construction sites, cooking, cleaning or washing clothes. When they are not getting any work in the villages, at that time they migrate to towns and cities to work as local helpers. So students, you can understand that these landless laborers' condition is very poor and they have to work too hard to earn their basic necessities of life like food, shelter, clothes. Now about small farmers. Small farmers are the farmers who have their own land but a very small holding. They cultivate their land on their own with the help of other small farmers. They have a very limited amount of harvest on their land, although they grow few types of crops. Students, these small farmers sometimes caught in a vicious cycle of debt. They take loan from traders or money lenders as they don't have capital to buy seeds, fertilizers and pesticides, so they take money as a loan from the local traders. And to repay this loan, they are sometimes forced to sell a large portion of their crops to the traders at a very low price. And after selling a large amount at a very low price to the traders, now they are facing problems to survive for the next months. They can survive only for a few months with that small portion. And what happened at last? As a result, they turn to borrow money from moneylenders. And thus the situation becomes worse when the crop fail due to scanty rainfall or pest attack or any natural disaster. Flood may be there, then can be drought can be also there. So in such a situation, the farmers fail to settle their loan and even survive. So thus they borrow more money or engage in other activities such as cattle rearing and poultry farming to settle the loan and survive the lean period. Student, it means the condition of small farmers is also worse. They also have to face many problems to survive in the village. Now about large farmers. Large farmers own large plots of land and they do not cultivate their own land, and instead they hire landless laborers to work on their fields, and in return they pay these laborers some small amount of money as their daily wages, and sometimes they also lend money to them whenever they are in a need. So large farmers use modern techniques to grow a variety of crops because they have enough amount to grow the different types of crops, and after harvesting they sell these crops at a high price, and with that amount they buy improved seeds, fertilizers, pesticides and farming implements whichever they are required for their agricultural land. Apart from lands, these farmers also own other businesses such as mills and dairies. These businesses allow them to earn more money and sustain large-scale agriculture with ease. So student, these are the three types of farmers in which you have seen that the large farmers are sustaining their life in a very good condition, and the landless laborers and the small farmers, they have to face so many difficulties in their life and they have to work too hard to earn their livelihood.